this can't be right. I won't sign it. The HOA president illegally trespassed onto my property and destroyed my 200-year-old white oak tree. All because a few dry leaves were falling into her pristine swimming pool. She stood on the stump laughing, saying, "See, I told you I would fix the problem." She thought she was just removing a nuisance. She had no idea that the tree she destroyed was a designated heritage species protected by state law, or that the fine for cutting it down could reach into the millions. When I handed her the court notice for $1 million, her face drained of color and her world crumbled instantly. My name is Alex. The house I live in isn't just a collection of bricks and mortar. My grandfather bought it back in 1980. It's a family legacy. But the real treasure of the property wasn't the house itself. It was the backyard. Specifically, a massive white oak tree standing tall near the fence line. That tree was over 200 years old. It existed long before the house, long before the neighborhood, and long before any of us. For decades, it provided shade, beauty, and a sense of history. Then Linda moved in next door. Linda wasn't just any neighbor. She was the newly elected HOA president, and she made sure everyone knew it. She hated nature. Grass had to look perfect, every leaf had to be in its place, and trees were nothing more than scenery. In her mind, the conflict started when Linda built a swimming pool right against my property line. In autumn, leaves from my oak tree naturally drifted into her pool. Nature, right? Not for Linda. She treated every leaf like a personal attack. One afternoon, she pounded on my door like she was serving a federal warrant, that I opened it to find her red-faced and furious. "That stupid tree of yours," she screamed. 3 leaves. "I found 3 leaves in my skimmer today. Get it cut down immediately." I tried to reason. "Linda, that tree is over 2 centuries old. It's on my property, and it's registered as a heritage tree with the county. It's protected by law. I literally cannot cut it down." "Don't quote laws to me," she snapped. "I am the HOA president. I make the rules here if you don't remove it. I will hire a crew and take care of it myself." I looked her in the eye. "If you or anyone you hire sets foot on my property, I will call the police for trespassing. Do not touch my tree." She stormed off, muttering threats. I thought that was the end of it. Surely she wouldn't commit a felony over a few leaves. I was wrong. 3 days later, I was at work when my phone buzzed. A motion alert from my backyard camera. I was in a meeting, so I dismissed it, thinking it was just a squirrel. When I drove home that afternoon, the skyline looked wrong. There was a gap where the branches used to be. I ran into the backyard and froze. My grandfather's tree was gone. The massive trunk lay severed at the base, sprawling across the lawn. Sawdust covered the grass like snow. Branches were scattered everywhere. The smell of fresh-cut wood was overpowering. And there she was, Linda, standing on the stump laughing on her phone. "Yes, I finally got rid of the eyesore," she said. She noticed me, her smug grin widening. "See, Alex, I told you I'd take action. Now your yard is clean. I'll even send you the bill." My blood boiled. I wanted to yell to throw her off my property. But I stayed calm. I pulled out my phone, recorded a video of her standing on the stump, filmed the damage, and silently walked inside. "What's the matter?" "Cat got your tongue," she taunted from the yard. Silence is the loudest weapon. I wasn't calling the police yet. I was calling a certified arborist and the most ruthless property lawyer in the state. For the next 48 hours, Linda strutted around the neighborhood, chest puffed out, thinking she had won. Meanwhile, my storm was brewing. The city's top arborist came out, documented everything, measured the stump, verified the age of the rings, and confirmed the species. My lawyer grinned when he saw the report. "Alex, He said, "This isn't just a tree. This is a mature white oak. Irreplaceable. Its base value is $80,000. I nodded. "Treble damages," he continued. "Because this was intentional, the court triples the value. That's $240,000. Plus the roots were stabilizing your yard. So now you need a retaining wall. Another $50,000. Add emotional distress, legal fees, and the cost of removing that massive log. Punitive damages for willful trespass total just over $1 million. Sunday morning at the monthly HOA meeting, Linda was lecturing residents about neighborhood aesthetics. I walked in slamming a thick legal binder onto the table. "Linda," I said clearly, "you have been served." She laughed, scanning the paper. Her face drained of color. 500,000 million. She stammered. "It was just a piece of wood," I said loudly enough for everyone to hear. "A protected heritage tree. You committed a felony by trespassing." The room went silent. She looked to the board for support. "Absolutely not," the treasurer said immediately. "You acted on your own. The HOA is not liable." Linda collapsed into her chair, sobbing. Her arrogance had cost her everything. The aftermath was swift. She declared bankruptcy, had to sell her house and move into a small apartment across town, with no yard, no pool, and no trees. Karma hit hard. Meanwhile, I planted 10 new saplings along my property line. The new neighbors who bought her old house are nature lovers, just like us. Some lessons aren't learned lightly. Linda thought she was above the law, but the law and a little patience showed her otherwise. We share stories like this every week on this channel, exposing entitled people who think they can get away with anything. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of justice. See you in the next video.